Hey everybody, ZZ, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X 2. And in this episode, we are going to travel to another place that we have not been to yet in Chapter 3. The Mi'ihen High Road.
It probably doesn't have anything to do with the temples or the fiends, but there have been problems here too.
Now this is actually a very important mission, because this actually affects events that are in Chapter 5.
Yuna?
Yes, you heard that right. Events you see in Chapter 4 and 3 affect all the way down to Chapter 5. Why? Because Square hates us. And we have to kill Machina along the high road. This is not a hard mission at all, especially if you're leveled up, like I am at this point in the game. But, yeah, you still should check. Still should keep an eye on things, just because you never know. Because you never really do know what you're going to find and everything like that, so...
Leave it to me. It's all in the wrist.
This is one of those little missions that they just put you in because they want to give you busy work in a video game. Because, like I said, Square Enix is full of dicks. I don't like that. Why they gotta be dicks, mommy? Why can't they be nice to me?
Too easy.
And this mission, like I said, it's very simple. You just got to, it's gonna destroy more than than the bed kill, which honestly, I have never seen anybody fail this mission. Yeah. This mission is really not much to talk about in this mission. I'm being really quiet because there's really not much to talk about just because you're sitting here destroying Rocket. We actually did this in Final Fantasy X and all the Beacon Island. Just kill Machina. 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 So yeah. I need to figure out something to talk about because this is a very boring episode. Not. Yeah, I'm actually recording 3 series at once right now. I'm actually recording this series, StarCraft 2, and another series that I'm not going to reveal right now. But I think you guys will like it, I don't know. But I like it, that's why I'm doing it. If I didn't like a game, I would not OP it. And keep that in mind as I'm playing this game. And yeah. This is a boring episode, sorry folks. You run around, you kill Machina here, you basic mission. This is one of the easier missions in Chapter 3. It's actually a mission. because you can't really lose. And even if you could, I don't think it would be possible to lose. That doesn't make much sense, but I do believe even if you could lose this mission, you couldn't lose because, like I said, you have to kill more than the Abed. There's a total of 13 Machina. You have to take out 7 and you automatically win. In the first area alone, there's 5 for you to kill, and there's 4 more areas where there's Machina. It's not hard to do this. This is one of the easiest missions in the game. Especially for level 30 like I am. Or almost level 30 like I am. It becomes laughably easy because they're not going to ever hurt you. So, yeah. As you do this mission, you'll realize 100% in this game is very, very grating. And I say that as I'm recording a specific part of this game, that even though I'm over-leveled and I'm under-leveled, but I have a cheap tactic I'm using, it's still excruciatingly difficult. And I don't really like that. I mean, I do like challenges in games. It's not that I can't beat it. It's just, for an OP purpose, I would kind of like to make it easier. Because when you gotta think, I'm recording this to you guys, it means I have to sit there, play it, then I have to sit there and edit out certain parts that I think are wrong and stuff like that, and then I gotta go over and do a voiceover for it. So, in theory, you're actually hearing this, I'm actually watching this 3 separate times. And if it's grating and hard on me, that's why this episode come out really slow, because parts of these get really grating and hard on me. I just don't like doing it. After a certain while. That's like I don't like the OPs. I really like doing the OPs, is why I'm doing them anyway, but what I don't like doing is I don't like certain parts of the game, watching them over and over and over again, just because some parts are just boring, quite honestly. I mean, I try to come up with witty remarks and stuff all the time for this, but it's hard. And none of my stuff is scripted. If you can tell, none of my stuff is scripted whatsoever. It's just me sitting here talking to you guys while watching myself play a video game. Now you just need to kill, that was all in the first area right there. All in the first area. Now we just gotta kill 1 more. And if we kill that 1 more, we have the mission 1. And yeah. How hard is this? Actually, it was important going in here to see Shinra put their comm sphere down, because their comm sphere is crucial to getting Chapter 5 to work right. You can have multiple outcomes for the Chapter 5 event in me and High Road. You can. It's just you want a certain one, or you wasted your bloody time. And I don't really want to waste my time, or your time, or anybody's time. So, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like wasting time. Now you see right here, we have a new enemy, actually, the Watcher. You want to focus on the Watcher first to get killed without using any special abilities like an idiot. Because what it does is, it keeps track of all the logs that you have. Not logs, it keeps a log of all the attacks you do to it, special attacks and whatnot. And later on in the game, in Chapter 5, you'll find a boss that has a bunch of these guys floating around him. And every special attack you used, he can use against you. So, you gotta be careful. So, yeah, whenever you see those little watchers or floaty things in the round, avoid them. Use basic attacks, focus on him first, and then whenever you see it's a transmitting log, then you can go on or whatever is left on the screen. It is a dick move by Square. All it does is just make the game... Actually, it's smart and stupid at the same time. It's smart because they're putting in a mechanic later in the game for those who haven't played. They don't know about it, so what can they really do? For those who do know about it, know not to do that, and it's like, oh, this game is so much easier now that you know this. It's not even funny. And why make something so abstractly difficult when you don't need to? And yes, I understand Pain is blind and so is Riku. The good thing is, Yuna can never be blinded. Trigger Happy can never miss no matter what. And if you have a current chain of attacks going, even if you're blind, you will still hit. So the smartest idea, if any of you guys are blind, have Yuna use Trigger Happy, then have your other guys attack, and they will all hit. That is something that a lot of people don't know you can actually do, because it's not really the easiest thing to figure out, because you're blind, you're missing all the time. Why would you all of a sudden just think, oh, I'm going to decide to attack while I'm shooting the bastard? Because doing that requires you to hit multiple buttons at the same time, which is hard for a lot of people to do. Not only do you have to keep pushing your trigger for your Trigger Happy, you also have to push the X button again to make the other attack. A lot of people can't do that right without screwing up the Trigger Happy. Yeah, I got freakishly large hands, so it works really well for me. So, yeah. We only have one more to destroy. And I can't remember where it is. I know it's somewhere in the old room, but I don't know where in the old room. No, that's a crest hover. And we just keep on running. I believe I know where this last one is. I can remember it now. It's all the way at the very, very end, where in Final Fantasy X, if you remember, we walked to the very end of this. We found a special item for Auron called the Moon Sigil and the Moon Crest, I believe.
Stop that.
This one is in the same spot. The last Machina is in the exact same spot. I have no idea why I'm stealing. It's not going to do anything. At this point I'm just screwing around because this is kind of easy. So you can see these guys aren't really a challenge at all for me. Run! Experience for Riku to level up! Okay, if you're playing a game that levels up like this, and you need one experience to level up, the game is just being a complete dick. Because that is ridiculous. I love how they're just sitting there playing cards while the Machina is going crazy right next to him, going to kill them. But yeah, no, we're still gonna come along and save us. We can keep playing our card game, don't worry. I got money around on this game, man. You can't interrupt that. Now Pain is blind and she missed because she's a blind idiot. And now this is the last Machina there is. And yeah. It's one of those painful missions. So this is plenty of times. It is the exact same thing over and over again. I mean, I don't know why they do it like this, but it's grating. It really, really is grating.
Thank you for all your help. Here's your reward as promised.
10,000 gil, that's all we get.
So what made the Machina go all haywire? None of us can figure it out.
Come back in Chapter 5 to find out, because that's all Chapter 5 is
Agency
about.
probably just when we were about to look into that, the Machina went out of control.
Well, if you find anything out, be sure and give the Gullwings a call. Ready to head back?
Sure, why not?
Now, that wasn't a very feel-good ending, now was it?
People who want happy endings have to write their own.
Oh, what about me? I want a happy ending too.
Everybody wants a happy ending, but not everybody gets one, Rick. You should know that by now. You've been around long enough to realize that. And we've got a few minutes left in this video, so I say we go on to another area. I'm sorry the commentary is lackluster in this episode, but it's just one of those where... I'm gonna go to Beacon now because we gotta talk to people. Because talking apparently is the most important thing we could possibly do.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I need your help with something.
Fiends?
Not fiends. Cacti.
Huh?
Marnala of the Cactuar Nation has asked to see us. We've been too busy here to spare anybody. If it's not a problem, I'd like you to represent us.
What's the Cactuar Nation?
Don't worry if you haven't heard of it before. We've only recently established diplomatic ties. Benzo
Diplomatic ties with a bunch of cactus.
is our interpreter, Benzo.
That's a great game there.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi.
All right, you can take it from here.
When will you ever learn to say no?
I don't know, Scott's a very good question. A very, very, very good question. And I want to know the exact same thing. When will you ever learn to say no?
It's Cactus Central out here.
That's why they call it the Cactuar Nation,
Where's
Riku!
Marnala anyway?
Right here.
What?
Here where?
Sure this is the place?
You're joking, right, game?
It talked?
We're talking to a bloody cactus!
What's going on?
This is Marnala.
You'll translate. We're talking to a bloody cactus. What the hell? It's a cactus! I'm not gonna have her repeat it again, so I'll just say it makes perfect sense to proceed with the story. Now, we can get out of here now, or we can, I believe, start the side quest, but I want to say we get out of here first, if I remember how. Because apparently I'm an idiot, like running around in circles. That's why she called us here. Gotta talk to the cactus again! long do your cacti live, anyway? The Great Haboob! The Great Haboob! The Haboob. If the parents know where they've gone, why do we gotta find them? This part of the mission makes no sense because we know where they know where they go, so why do we have to look for them anyway? You actually have to go to the green square. I'm just being retarded right now. I'll tell you where the first one is, and I believe I cover the other ones in another episode. I will cover them all in the next episode, but the first one is in the Oasis. But what will await us in the Oasis? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X 2.